Hello, hello. I hope my internet hangs in there to get us up and going for this 30 minutes.
Right. Gonna see if we're on here. We'll wait on everybody to get on, so.
You're now live, it says.
Okay.
Okay, if you press on those two little arrows, it'll pull it up full screen for you.
Okay.
Alright, guys, we hope everything's going good.
Okay. Alright, guys, we're back on the laptop because the phone would not let us.
Maybe it was already up.
The phone, was just up and down in portrait mode, so we were like, well, maybe we can try the laptop again. So
we really need to be close for this one because we're going to show you some Christmas cards I made over the last couple days. Me and Mandy worked hard. If anybody's out there, let us know.
Yeah. Leave a comment. Dixie's here.
Hey, Dixie.
I've seen her pop up. Says we have 4 viewers, but I'm not sure how to. You don't have a mouse for that?
Yeah. It's over, it's over on the desk right there.
The white one?
Yeah.
That way I'm not reaching over.
Yeah, because it's, Hey, Tim. Hey, there's our... Hey, Kincaid. We had a great time yesterday, Janet.
Hey, Dad. Let's see.
There we
Hey,
are.
Janet. Hey, Dixie.
Hey, I see Amanda's here.
I'm here.
I'll bet Hetty will be here in a minute. She's doing homework right now. I'll tell you what, now we got to figure this out because we do it on the phone. It has to do it in portrait mode. We're doing it in landscape mode on the laptop, but it's not coming in full view like it usually does.
Dad said like the sweater. Janet said yes, we did. And Binks is here. Hey, Binks.
Hey, Chris. Hey, Chris.
Okay. So,
all right. A couple weeks ago, Chrissy was in. What were they in for? Oh, Thanksgiving. Yeah, our Thanksgiving dinner. It's been a couple weeks, guys. And her and Mandy and me and Hannah and TJ's girls sat on the porch and we made a whole bunch of cards. We're going to donate these cards to the nursing home. I sat today and finished putting them together, putting the words on the inside of them. So we thought we'd show you a few of them before we get ready to take them over there. Chrissy stopped and talked to the lady over at the nursing home, and she said yes, that would be fine to bring them over. They had one that would rather not have a Christmas card, so we'll take the other 59. We have a regular, just everyday Joe card if they want to give him one. If they don't, that's fine too. But we just thought that would be something nice to do for the nursing home. So if you want to show off some of your of your handiwork.
Mom got some templates that if you can see, you have the card, the green card, and you have a white piece of paper, and then a red piece of paper, then even a white, and then a red or a green again. So that's actually all just layered paper.
Yeah.
Turned different ways, and Mom you had templates that you purchased.
I purchased them from a lady named Jess Craft, Jess Crafts, and you can go onto her website. She makes cards all the time, and she makes templates for these cards. If you're looking into making your own Christmas card, and you can download the template for free, one at a time on her website. But you know me, I was anxious to get them all, so she had a bundle on Etsy, 50 of them for $20. So I went ahead and purchased the whole thing. So now whenever we get ready to make cards to do anything with, we already have samples of how she put them together, what the size that you needed to cut for them, how you layered them together, everything like that.
And you could mass produce them pretty easy.
Yeah.
We done 60 in that one afternoon.
Yeah. And it was really nice because they're really a lot of different layers together. I gave up today. We were putting them on with double-sided sticky tape. That was wearing me out. I don't know how them girls done it when they was down here, but the last 15 or so, I glued on. But it worked out just the same.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, and you know, you have them all different ways. Like, here's some sizes, and then there's different. That's a big piece, and then a little piece. And it's just really neat how many different configurations you can come up with the same papers. It all looks different. You can take the same design, and you can cut out of different color paper and put it on a different color card backing, and the cards look so different,
yeah.
but they are the same design, really.
They are. Did that one come off again?
Yeah, that one come off. But and then inside, when we open it, Mom either put a sticker. That one says Merry Christmas. It's kind of shiny. There's some sentiments in some of them. These are just stamps. She has like an ink pad, inker,
Yeah.
a stamp, and it's just put ink on it. So there's like a Christmas.
I even
saying
have
in
something
there.
they call a Misty. Now that if you really wanted to get into making cards, that would be the thing to have, because what it is a stamp positioner, and you can just, you put your stamp on it, you put your card down in there, and you can, I could just take those cards out and just put another one in, ink up the stamp, and put it down in there, and it was all, because of the positioner, it was all in the same spot every time.
Nice.
Putting the stamps on was nothing.
Yeah,
it was putting all those little pieces of paper together that was time consuming, but they turned out very nice. I'll be tickled to death to take them over and give them to the people at the nursing home to give out to everybody. I made a few extras so I can give some to the staff of the nursing home for taking care of my mother-in-law.
Yeah.
So they're just, it's just a wonderful thing to do. And basically these, not this one, if I'd find one of them. This background, the green with the turn on the back, the green with the candy canes on it, that card came like that. Kimmy bought me those cards, and we just took cardstock that I had in place and cut it down into different configurations, as she said, and just glued them on there. Like this one was glued on, so it stayed on really good.
It makes it really durable with those different layers.
And the sky's the limit. You could put anything. You can do Christmas cards, birthday cards, Halloween cards, if that's your thing. It don't matter. That same template can be used for any holiday.
Yeah.
And like I said, if you don't want to pay for them, don't. Go to her website or her YouTube page and just simply look at them. Or you can go to her website and she'll have the different ones, but you have to download each and every one of them individually to print them out.
Okay. And they're very easy to read. Like, I sat down with that, all those templates, and I'm like, oh, because they're measured out. They tell you how much to measure your paper. All you got to do is figure out, do you want red on the front or on the top, or you want white on the top and a red mat behind? Like, you got to cut all those. Like, that red and white are two different pieces of paper, and she gives you the measurements for each one.
Yeah.
So,
and it made it really simple to be able to do that.
What did you say her name was again?
Jess, Jess, Crafts.
You guys should check her out if you're interested in doing it. A lot easier.
I was really tickled when I found her, because it was like, see, this is the same type, although this particular card back was just a simple piece of cardstock that I cut in half at 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I just cut it at the 5 1/2 mark, right straight down the middle. And when you fold it in half, it's going to be automatically 4 1/4, because the cardstock is 8 1/2 by 11. So when you cut it in half, that's 5 1/2. When you fold it over, that's 4 1/4. So that's the perfect size card.
The red paper for the card, green square, the plaid square, and then you have a snowflake. Did you have stickers or?
No, those snowflakes were cut out with one of my snowflake punches.
Okay.
I punched out a whole bunch of these last year or a year before last or something, and when we went out to gather stuff at the she shed, we gathered these up, so we had them left over. It's a good thing to do in the summertime when you're bored to tears, you don't have anything else to do. You just grab you a couple punches and punch out some stuff to to have in your stash to make your cards. If you have to go to a birthday party last minute and you don't have a card, but you got 10 minutes or so these could be put together in 10 minutes, guys.
Right.
That is nothing. And you don't have to have a paper trimmer, although it's a nice thing to have. All you have to have is a ruler and a pair of scissors.
Yeah, you can measure it out.
Yeah, because you could cut down your top piece right here, this one, the plaid piece, and put it on another piece of red paper or green paper and cut it out just a little longer with your little frame around it.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't really have to have everything that I got. I just have it, so I used it.
Mona's here. Hey, Mona. She said hello.
Hey.
And she said that is pretty. Let's see. Dad asked Jess Crafts. Is that Crafts with a C or a K?
No, with a C.
Okay.
It's Jess, like in Sam, Crafts. Jess Crafts. And she does oodles and oodles and oodles of card making videos. And she constantly is upgrading her templates. So even though I purchased the 50, she has a whole bunch more on that website. So if you don't want to download something, just go and look at her templates and see what kind of a template pattern that you would like to replicate. It's all on that same thing on her website. Mm-hmm. So, but if you're going to get into card making for any reason, then
yeah, if you want to, send some to a funeral home in your area, it's,
funeral home, nursing home.
Nursing home. I am always saying that.
I mean, you could make sympathy cards, birthday cards, thinking of you cards. You could do invitations for birthday parties. All those templates can be used in any shape or form that you want to do. Now, the inside, she does not do. I didn't put one on the inside of this. But if you could purchase a universal stamp set and one thing of black ink, and you can get them like $3 to $5 for the black ink. You simply get you a little, and you don't even have to have the glass block. You can find you something, acrylic, a piece of thick paper thick acrylic. It comes off of like a tool set or something that you get at Christmas that has that little plastic stuff. Mm-hmm. You can use that, just something that you can put your stamp on and see through to position it in the place that you want.
And there's sites online like Shein and Temu and stuff that sell stamps real cheap. Or you could get stickers. Like the inside of one of these cards was a Merry Christmas sticker, and it looks really good too. Bink said, I love all the cards, and I enjoyed making them. I think the girls really liked making them too. I think they really did have a good time.
I think they did. I think crafts is a universal for women. I think all of us don't like the same crafts, but we can find a camaraderie with doing crafts.
Well, it's fun when you got it all laid out. And we did this on our craft nights too.
Yes.
You lay all the material out, and people, kind of will go in at it their own way.
Yeah.
They may not make cards the way you're making them, but they might be like, I could do this or that or whatever. Savannah was always good at that.
Oh man, Savannah can just rock and roll with anything.
She'd see all of the items, the supplies and stuff, and she would just make something. We're like, wow, never seen that coming.
Yeah, I think she's like Tammy in the fact that she can see the end result of whatever she's looking at. Me, I have to do it step by step and be methodical of how I'm going to put it together. For me, when I first look at it, it looks, oh my gosh, I can't show this to anybody. But then if you walk away from it for a few minutes and walk back, oh, that's not too bad.
Yeah.
So, always give yourself that little bit of grace, because generally what you come up with is going to be wonderful, and the person that you're going to give it to is going to be excited to get it.
Right. Linda Kate. Hey, Aunt Linda.
Hey.
She's here. She said hello.
Now I'm going to show you some different things that I use, stuff that I have out in the she shed that I use to do this with. This is the same concept. It's got the same Christmas card that we purchased. On the front of it, I cut a piece of white paper and run it through what's called an embossing folder. Now, I found out recently You don't even have to have the die cut machine to emboss something.
You can kind of tell it's raised. I'm trying to show you the texture there. That's what embossing means, is it's a raised
Yeah,
texture.
you either have an embossed side, which is this, where it's sticking up, where the things has bumps on it, or you could turn it over and it'd be the debossed side, which would be caved in the other way. But you can take, if you have an embossed, let me show you what an embossing folder looks like.
I'll show you this again. Shine in the light. You can kind of see that it's raised up there. You can either raise or indent, she's saying. How did you get the red on there?
Oh, that's what I was going to finish up with. Okay. This, I just took the same ink that I used to put the stuff inside, except this was red where the other is black. And I've got something, just a little brush type thing. You put it in the paint, and you just go over the embossing, and that just highlights it.
Okay.
On the different ones.
I like it. That's paint.
It's ink.
Ink, okay.
Yeah, it's ink that, I should have had left all that stuff out.
That's really cool. I'm going to do a close-up here on this colored. So that color on those, what is that, poinsettias or?
Poinsettias, yeah.
She put on there herself, brushing on ink, she said.
Okay, this is what I'm talking about when I'm talking about ink. It's just an ink pad. You can get them at any craft store. I don't know if Walmart had them. It used to be at Ben Franklin's, of course, which is closed. And when you open it up, it has your ink in it. And what I did, although I was using red, is I have this neat little thing, just a little, look like a little stamp thing that you used to have back in the day. And it has this Velcro little sponge thing. And you just stick, it's Velcro on the bottom of it. You stick a new one for each color. You dip it down in the ink. And I'm not going to put it up this, I'll put it on. And you just lay it off the side and then just swirl it over. And it'll catch the top of this embossed card. Now, any of these cards that you see, or any of the things that I'm telling you about, if you want me to do a detailed video on it, I will. Just simply put me a little comment down in the comment section, either on Facebook or on YouTube when I download this and upload it into YouTube. And I'll be glad to go in detail on how to make these cards, from getting the template from Just Crafts to using it and to putting you a stash of cards back for when you need them.
Yeah.
This
So,
is,
not to interrupt you, but the other way around, if you would have let the flowers go down and, no, would it have done the background?
yeah, if I would have done the other side of the card, only the background, only this white part right here would have got the ink on it.
Okay.
And the poinsettias would have stayed white.
Okay, that's cool.
This is what they call an embossing folder. And you just put you a piece of paper down in here, close it up, and then you run it through what they call a die cut machine. But what I was telling you, a lady showed me yesterday or the other day when I was watching it, you could put that piece of paper in there and then take you a tablespoon, rub that tablespoon on the top of it on a hard surface, and it will emboss it just the same as this. So if you're at a yard sale and you find embossing folders that are really dirt cheap, pick them up. Because that's all it is. It's just a little
It's just
plastic
applying
cover.
pressure.
Yep.
So I'll see if I can get this in the light. But these are like raised. Can't tell. You can see. Really can't see it very well, but the pattern is there's some raised and some lower. Well, on this side it feels like it's cut out.
This side would be the debossed side.
Okay.
This side would be the other side, because you lay it in there. Well, I lay it in there with the pattern side up, and so this must be the embossed side. This must send the
Background back.
background to the back,
Okay.
and then the pattern goes to the front.
Okay.
Where if you turn your card, you can use the same card. You can do it the same way. But if you flip that card to the other side, you'll have the background will be to the top, and the poinsettias will be down in the tip. So, like I said, if you want a detailed video on this, I will be happy to do it. Just to show you the new thing that I learned with the tablespoon, which I thought was fascinating, because I thought you had to buy, at the time I bought my die cut machine, I think we paid about $50, $60 for it. But if it's not necessary, and you pick these up at a yard sale for $1 or less, I mean, you can.
I'd be interested to see how much pressure you need to apply.
Okay.
Like, I'd be interested in a video to see.
All right. Well, I can do it. I can do a video with it. Those are more like what you did. Then I took. I have stencils that I showed you all last year. I ordered some more Christmas stencils this year. And this time, I just took my markers and I used my stencil. First, I tried using that little sand pad thing. That didn't do near as well as what I thought it would. So I took my markers that I show you all on every video, and I just went inside the lines, and it made a very, very pretty card. And on the inside, I just put another snowman. Get my finger out of the way.
And it's just stickers.
And then it says Winter Wonderland at the top of it. But so you can use anything from stencils to hand drawing. You may be an artist, and you can make your own little hand drawn cards. I think it's a wonderful idea to work on cards. These are a 5x7 versus this is a 4.5 by 5. 4 1/4 by 5.5. You can make these cards to do it this way, or depending on what you put on the outside, it can go up and down, whichever way you want. Now you can also cut them right down the 4.5 inch side, and you'll have your top folding card. It'll be 5.5 inches tall and 4.5 inches wide.
Okay.
So there's a lot of ways of making a card. Making the same card to look different ways depending on what you embellish it with, what you write inside of it. So you could have
and possibilities are endless. Really. We had a table full of supplies, and we just like whipped these 60 cards out, and they're all different. There's none repeating.
Yeah,
and it just really, really looks nice. Dad said yes on a video on the embossing.
Okay.
And Linda Kay said that's cute.
Then this is another one that I just took a piece of white cardstock. Now this is 110-pound cardstock. When I do the video, I'll discuss the different weights of card paper, the backing, and you know what's the best to put on the outside of it and stuff. That's the one thing I've been doing for about 5 years, is working with cards. One year I made Janet and Julie a set for Christmas that just had the card bases, the card fronts, and some embellishments, and gave it to them in a set for Christmas that they could take and make their own cards. I had happy birthday and sympathy cards and other stuff that then they could just put them together and make their own card.
Yeah.
So that was a pretty cool thing.
Yeah.
And so if you're looking for a unique gift for somebody for Christmas, that is a wonderful thing to do. This one is along the similar line with the stencils. This was just a Christmas tree. Look how pretty that Christmas tree is. And then I put a little sticker on the bottom of it that says, "'Tis the season."
It's really nice. And you did mat it. You matted
Yeah.
some paper on there, so it's really good and thick. I mean, it's like really good and sturdy.
The one thing I will caution you, if you are using ink pens, markers, whatever, always mat your card, because when you draw on it, chances are that's going to bleed to the back of it. So if you just did it on your plain card, then the inside of your card is going to have that lead inside.
Yeah.
And then I did this one, which is just a Santa Claus.
That's a
And that wasn't but half of a stencil, because there are 6x6 stencils, and I didn't have enough room, so I just took half a stencil and put that on it. The other half was a snowman.
Just a sticker inside.
Mm-hmm.
That's cute. I don't know where the camera is on this thing, but this Christmas is the day that holds all time together.
Yep.
So, very
I
nice
like,
Christmas
of
stuff.
all of them I made, I like this one the best. I think that little Christmas tree is adorable.
Aunt Janet said I'm still using them for special, I guess, occasions. But
Awesome.
thanks.
I may have to make up some more sets.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can do a lot.
And I was telling you a while ago about the Misty. This is the Misty. This is what makes stamping on anything bearable. Because if you don't get the ink on your stamp 100%, and you go to stamp it, then it might have spots that didn't get completely stamped. Well, with the Misty, which is just this thing right here, okay, and it just lifts up. What you do is you put your card down here. This is a magnet. I've got 1/2 of a magnet out of 2 that I had when I started. But you put that on top of your card. Let's see if I can get this to do it. Okay, you just stick that on top of your card.
Kind of thick on there.
Well, it just, because I'm trying to hold it up. Anyway, you put it on that magnet. You put it on there. You put your stamp where you want it on the side that it needs to go on. You lay this down. It grabs a hold of that stamp. You lift it up like this. You put your ink on the stamp and you put it back down in there. And if that stamp did not do what you wanted it to do the first time,
Like not enough ink on it.
you just lift it back up, ink it again, and it will go back down in the exact same spot.
And what is a memory for me is one of our craft nights. Aunt Julie had, she was, I think, she was doing like a Christmas tree or some kind of picture that was different colors. This stamp that she was doing, for example, if it was a Christmas tree, when she opened it up, she put ink on all the green parts she wanted. So she stamped that down, and she pulled it back up, cleaned it off, then she did some different colors, you know, on the stamp and put it back down. So then her image was multicolored because of using that,
Yeah, just
and it would go in the same spot every time. I remember that.
I really like my Misty.
Yeah.
This too is a little bit of an expense, but as you get into crafting, you find out things are expensive, but because they're so multifaceted, they're worth the money.
Yeah.
And my husband loves me. I'm just saying.
Taylor's here. Hey, Taylor.
All right.
I think you look, or you've done really well on the cards. Oh, you got
I got
a few more.
I got this right here. It's just a little size card. Say you're going to give somebody a gift card for something. You don't have a holder. You simply take your gift card out, which this is my Walgreens card, but it's the same thing. You take it and you measure it, and you measure about an inch wider than what that gift card is. And then you just measure about 2.5 times the height of it. Just like that. Then you fold it in the middle. Now on the inside, I just took a little white piece of the cardstock and glued it on 3 sides. Therefore, you can stick your gift card down in there.
A pocket, okay.
And you can put that down, right down into whatever gift basket or whatever you want. I can also show you when I do the video how to make an envelope for any size card that you want to make, up to a 6x8. Now the next card I'm going to show you, you cannot make an envelope with the envelope maker. You can still make an envelope, but you have to do it all handmade because this Mama Jammy is huge.
Yeah.
I love this card. I had these stickers right here, the Santa Claus stickers, and I wanted to do something so bad with them. So I said, well, heck, I'm just going to create my own size card. It has to be hand delivered, There's no doubt about it, but it turned out pretty.
Those are pretty stickers.
Yes. You could actually just set that up on your shelf.
Yeah.
Because it'll stand up by itself.
Yeah.
And just have a really
Use it
nice
as a
little
sign.
display.
Yeah.
On the inside, all I did was to make this side 2 inches longer than this side. Like this side right here, I think is a 7 by 8, maybe 7 by 8.5. Well, this side right here is 9 by 8.5. I just folded it down 2 inches, glued it onto the top so it'll give it a hinge, and put it back together.
Okay.
So now you can give this as a card, and they can use it as decorations over the years coming.
Yeah.
Now it's not going to stand up for me.
That's cool.
There you go. All right, well, that's all my Christmas cards that we've been working on.
Yeah.
So I hope you enjoyed that. Now we're going to have to do, if anybody doesn't have any questions, we're going to be doing the drawing for, we had 17 entries, guys. 17. I'm so excited.
Yes, so for anybody that was unaware, maybe missed it, we have met our 500 subscriber mark on YouTube.
Yep.
We did a little contest over the last week, asked a question. You had to go to YouTube, watch a video, and answer a question in that comment section to be entered into a drawing. So we got a lot more responses this time than the 400 subscriber giveaway, so we were excited to see that. So hopefully when we get to 600 subscribers, we'll have even more participation. It's fun. The more that goes in, it's fun.
Before we get into that, though, guys, I'm going to give you a little caveat on YouTube. I don't know what their issue is. We were so excited. Gosh, one day we got up and it had went from 503 to 519 subscribers, and the next morning it was back down to 506.
Yeah, and when I went to YouTube, I was unsubscribed.
Yeah.
So, and I am on the channel several times a week, so there would be no reason for me to be unsubscribed. So we've been asking everybody, go pop up on the YouTube page, make sure you are still subscribed. Even if you have done it once, please make sure you are still subscribed. Hunter also was unsubscribed. We've been hearing from a lot of other YouTube channels that it is something that it's a glitch in the YouTube system.
Yeah.
It is common, but yeah, we lost 15 subscribers overnight. And to try to find them and get them back on, because I would have never thought I was unsubscribed because I have been on there so much. So it could be anybody. So everybody, if you don't mind, go and make sure you're still a subscriber. So anything else on that?
Nope.
Okay.
Just double check to make sure you're still subscribed, because as we did with 400 and give the giveaway, when we get to 600, we'll do her again.
Yeah. All right. So here's the list. And the way we are doing the drawing is we have numbers 1 through 17. And we will ask Siri to pick a number between 1 and 17. And we'll see who it is. So it's going to be a completely random drawing. Mom's going to go through what's up for the winner this time.
We put in one of Mandy's Relax Packs, hot chocolate, pair of socks, candy cane, candy. This, by the way, this little piece of candy is wonderful. My favorite, my favorite.
Yeah. And there's a Milky Way in there. There's a bunch of candy and stuff in there. It's really nice.
We give one of the little plaques for a dog. I'm only talking to my dog today.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like that.
Yeah, it has a hanger.
And then this is a little setup. One side is family.
Yeah. It says family, where life begins and love never ends. And then, you got it, Henny? In the middle at the top. And that is wish.
It says wish.
Oh my gosh, I can't.
With a little dandelion on it.
Yeah.
And then this one too.
Everybody thought these were paddles at the craft show.
Oh my gosh, have we had more conversation out of these little things? Anybody that's older than probably older than 50 can remember their high school principal having one of those for all those bad boys.
Both of these were part of our dandelion, a couple weeks where we do a theme.
I did little ornaments that look like little gnomes, so I put 4 of them in there.
Ain't they cute? They look perfect on a tree.
We have a large dog Anna. Oops. That's going in. This one is white on the back and white and black in the front.
Okay.
We have a small. Let me get to the small one. We have a small one that was cute.
It's in a polka dot bag, so you really can't tell, but it's kind of like blue and green tie-dye splotches, kind of.
I think it looks like flowers.
And then it's got a dark gray background. So this will be for a small dog.
Back, not a background.
And then this is, back. This is for a large dog.
And this, I'm researching myself to death over planners, guys. So this is perfect. Just stick it in your pocketbook or whatever. Write you down notes, stuff you want to put in your planner when you get home. And then the last things in this bag are called bowl cozies. These are Christmas design, but they're solid on the inside, so you can turn them inside out to use them for the summertime, and then just turn them back over when Christmas gets here.
These went really good at our craft fair.
Yeah, the dog bandanas, and we call dog bandanas dog bandanas. So if you ever hear us talking about that, that's what that's about.
So we got a lot of stuff to give away. This will all be packaged up in a box and sent out at the same time. So if we will let you know here who won, but also we will reply on your comment on the YouTube video.
On the YouTube video.
So what's important next step for you guys and whoever, well, particularly who won, is to go back and check to see if we replied to your comment, see if you're the winner, because we will need your mailing address to mail that out.
And I'll give you a spot where you can either contact us through Facebook Messenger or our Gmail account, our Kincaid Special Creations at Gmail. So either way, you can be secure at giving us your address to send this gift out.
And we have to put a limitation on the amount of time it takes to get your address. So a lot of this stuff is Christmas related. I mean, we'd like to get it out. I think the post office says you have to mail out by the 18th of December to get items before Christmas. So if you're shipping out Christmas presents or like this stuff's kind of Christmas related, we would like to ship out by December 18th. So, but with that being said, we still need a reply with it, by the end of the year. Otherwise, we may not be able to hold this stuff, indefinitely. It's,
if you do not reply to my notification of you on the YouTube and withdrawing this evening by the end of December, then we will
have to give it away.
Yeah, we'll have to give it away to someone else.
Yeah, but just because we can't hold it indefinitely. And
if you happen to be one of those that subscribed and you don't have your subscription anymore, subscribe to us again. There's more to come.
Yeah. Okay, so Haney is going to ask Siri to pick a number between 1 and 17. And you'll see on the list I have 18 on here, but I'm number 18 and I'm not joining. But I did comment, so the more comments on our videos that you guys can put up there, even if it's just a little hand emoji, like a hi or anything, that really helps our channel. YouTube, every little hit on our channel, a view, a like, a comment, even a dislike if you don't like it or whatever.
Any type of interaction with us just helps them to pay attention.
Yeah.
And another favor I'm going to ask this and then I'm going to ask it again in January, is if you haven't watched any of our old videos from February on up, please go back and watch them, because in probably about the middle to the end of January, one of our big hits is going to pop off.
Yeah.
And that's going to take a lot of our watch time with it. So we're going to have to figure out some way of getting that watch time back. They will only let us have our watch time for the last 365 days.
Yeah.
So it really is important that if you have not watched any of our videos and you like what we're doing, you just go back and watch them.
Yeah. We have playlists. You can go to the channel. You can like hit it on a playlist and hit play all while you're cleaning house or whatever, and it'll play. But it actually only counts whenever you haven't watched it yet.
Yeah,
it's not going to give us another, view. Y'all don't have to. The people that have religiously watched our videos, you don't have to go back and put Kincaid Special Creations on all weekend or anything.
Unless you just want to.
Well, yeah, we
Unless
do.
You just,
we do.
When I'm cleaning the house, you'll hear me in the background because, I can't copyright myself.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'll just put it on and get busy cleaning.
We've been 40 minutes. I got to know who won. So, Hanny, show it on camera and ask.
Hey Siri, pick a number between 1 and 17. 12.
Show the camera close.
Number 12.
Okay, I don't know how to pronounce it, but you might have to show it. It's R-I-A, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
809.
R-I-R-I-A 890.
So if you hear this within the next couple of days, please send me either through, and you may have to message me on Kathy Kincaid because I'm the owner of Kincaid Special Creations. So I don't know if that comes up in YouTube for a messenger or not. But if not, just email me at kincaidspecialkreations. Creations with a K at gmail.com. Your address.
We'll put it in the comments too.
Yeah.
So
we'll make sure that you have every opportunity to get your gift.
Yes. Okay. We're 42 minutes in. We really got to go. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Rara. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but I probably just butchered it. But congratulations. Get us your address, and we will get your package out to you ASAP.
All right,
Thank you
all
for
have a good
everybody
night.
that commented and participated.
Absolutely.
It's been really fun to watch all